Ready?
Spring training is about kids, whether it be the older, richer variety or the younger ones. Mark Leiter's son, Mark Jr., has the look of a future major leaguer.
I can tell he's a good hitter.
Is this how many spring
Of course, everyone hits me.
I hit you too.
Oh, you do.
Mark, who's battled arm problems, has averaged 8 wins a season for Detroit the past 3 years. But this spring will be brutally tough for Leiter and his wife, Allison, because their new son, Ryan, has spinal muscular atrophy, which degenerates movement and muscles in infants.
I mean, you don't think of it at the time, but now I can say things could have been worse. I mean, at least, and it's a small consolation in a way, but in a way it's a big one, and that is that he doesn't suffer every day.
Leiter changed his number to 13 last year, which coincides with Ryan's birthday. Lucky 13, they called it.
What did Sparky say when you pulled out 13? That's the luckiest
number in baseball.
And then
the whole world caved apart that whole summer.
Some ways.
It was until Ryan. Then I said, no more 13.
No more 13.
He's sleeping pretty good at night. I mean, it could be where he's just in nonstop pain until the end of his days, and it's not like that.
Ryan is only 8 months old and may not live to be 9 months. But the Leiters are thankful for the time they have and to have Ryan and Mark Jr. at spring training. In Lakeland, Mark Wilson, TV2, Eyewitness Sports.
Opening day, I love it! Woo! All right, good.
Does the cold bother you at all?
Not yet, but I'm sure it will. But we came prepared.
You came prepared. You got the blanket, you got the wings jacket, you got the thermal on, right?
Absolutely.
What about the kids? You got 3 shirts on, don't you? And a jacket?
Yeah.
Fries.
Fries?
Fries. Good
Fries will be good today.
It's going to be great today.
Gonna make them extra hot?
Try to.
Man, when you think of opening day on a cold, frosty day in Detroit, what do you think of first? A frozen Coke. Got to find out how the frozen Cokes are going to sell today. Hey, how do you think the frozen Cokes are going to sell today?
I love them.
You love them on a cold day?
Oh, yes. Colder the better.
Piping hot?
Piping hot.
Fries.
Fries.
Got to have fries.
Going to have fries.
And hey, look, it's Tiger broadcaster Larry Sorensen. He played about 14 years in the majors. He must know something about very cold opening days.
I've been snowed out before, but it's not going to happen today. It'll warm up, and by game time, it'll be perfect for baseball.
You're here nice and early.
Yes, definitely. GM was kind enough to let me come out.
Oh, really? They gave you the day off?
No, I took it.
Oh, good.
It's a great day. It's opening day. Unfortunately, it's a little bit cold, but again, if it don't snow, I guess maybe we'll be okay.
Before this game began, they honored the brow with a moment of silence. Joe Dyroff, the man who used to get Tiger fans all fired up. And then we went on a mission looking for the next brow. We did not find very much. What can you do? A little cheer. Do a little cheer.
A little cheer. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, yeah!
No. No way. Oh, well, we've got all season to do this. And opening day at Tiger Stadium. Mark Wilson, Fox 2 News. You know, I think it's getting warmer out. It's warmer.
It's getting warmer.
It's warmer. Yeah, I think it's warmer. It is.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm Chris. I'm Nick. We're here at Walden Bookstore for Cal Ripken's book signing. Mark, roll that tape. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
It's that premiere for Cal. What a throng in Southgate tonight to see the Ripper. Thanks, kids. Cal Ripken held a book signing, and everyone came. Over 300 people were lined up while the Tigers and Oaks were still playing today. They all wanted to see that guy, Baltimore third baseman Cal Ripken, and get a copy of his new book signed. Walden Books in Southgate held the affair, as you heard, and Ripken stayed for about 2 hours. What a crowd. Got some Cal fans here, Mr. Ripken. There's the book, too. Back on the Sports Zone, Cal Ripken really has become the great American hero. His well-documented playing streak keeps growing. In fact, Craig Biggio of the Astros is second in consecutive games among active players, along with Jeff Bagwell, and they both have to play till they were about 52 to catch Cal. And catch Cal is what I did this holiday weekend.
Cal, Mr. Ripken, please.
It's become a ritual that makes Cal Ripken unique in this day and age. During each series, he sets aside time for the fans. Since this was the Orioles' last trip into Detroit for '97, Ripken spent a good 25 minutes signing. And signing everything. He looks for the kids, not the memorabilia dealers looking to make a buck using his name. It's something that personifies his All-American image, which really took flight back in September of 1995.
Tonight I stand here overwhelmed as my name is linked with the great and courageous Lou Gehrig.
It's the night he became baseball's all-time Iron Man. Images we won't soon forget. A streak which has now passed 2,400 consecutive games.
You know, Cal Ripken is a great ambassador to the game. Everybody's known that for the last 15 years, but in the last couple of years,
The interest has been incredible, especially on the road and here at Tiger Stadium, of course. What did you come here for?
To watch Cal.
Cal Ripken. I knew that. I knew it. To watch Cal Ripken, of course. Isn't it amazing, the interest to you, or does it not amaze you anymore, the interest about your life, your history, whatnot?
I'm still scratching my head sometimes wondering, why I get so much attention. But instead of trying to figure out, I just try to deal with it the best I can.
In a time of high salaries and egos to match, Ripken remains humble. He's already a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame with more than 500 doubles, 360 homers, and 1,400 RBIs, most while playing shortstop. The move to third base this year, no sweat. He's the leader of baseball's best team now. His pregame routine has never changed. He's an all-star again, with a new book out that is selling like, well, Cal Ripken's favorite breakfast, yep, hotcakes.
The book signings have been great. We've had a lot of people come out. The book has been selling really well, and I guess that makes the publisher pretty happy.
Well, what do you want the people to get from the book?
Well, there's a lot of messages inside the book. I mean, I think I really stress family in the book. The importance of your family, the importance of your father and your mother. And she's always been my inspiration. A love of the game of baseball, which has always been a part of my life. There's a lot of little things in there.
But Ripken does a lot of things on and off the field. He's always been too good to be true. Red, white, and blue, All-American legend, fitting on this 4th of July weekend. 4th of July, Cal Ripken, Detroit. This is the way it's supposed to be, isn't it, Cal?
2 games on the 4th of July, I guess.
Where's my Chevy and my apple pie? Hey, take the day off, will you, Cal?
Okay.
Thank you. Just kidding. It's been 15 years since he took a day off. In fact, Ripken is an Iron Man to a fault, because one day it has to end, but it's doubtful the adulation will end with it. Don't think that streak is going to stop soon either. Cal's got about, I think, 3 years left on his contract, and he has no intentions of stopping the streak now. So it's going to keep growing. Ripken and Mickey Tettleton played in Baltimore together once. After that, Tettleton came to Detroit, played from 91 to 94 before heading to Texas. Mick once told me he'd quit baseball if he knew his skills eroded. And so today, Tettleton retired. He was hitting only .091 for the Rangers. 4 hits this season, 3 of them homers, of course. 14 years in the big leagues, and Tettleton is Tettle done tonight.
Welcome back, Sparky!
Welcome back. Heck, this was Sparky Fest 95. His return brought out the media hordes. Pictures of Sparky talking, Sparky walking, Sparky talking some more, Sparky signing autographs. A lot of attention for a guy who wasn't sure he'd ever wear that Tiger uniform again. Did you think at one point you might not put it back on?
Absolutely. Absolutely, I thought that. You know, what, I'm not no prize and joy, but it didn't bother me because I knew I did right for me.
He did what his heart wanted him to do, and he's going to live with whatever the repercussions might be.
I would not take the money back. Under no condition would I take it back.
Even if they forced it on you?
No, I would not take it.
Can I have it?
You can have it. I didn't walk out for that.
Sparky Fest overshadowed the return of Tiger players like Tony Phillips, Mike Henneman, and the usually quiet Travis Fryman. But the all-star third baseman wasn't so quiet today.
If you'd asked me when we went on strike, I didn't even bring all my stuff home. I said, well, we'll be back in 2 weeks. There's no way we'll miss the World Series. So I'm at this point, I'm not going to rule the possibility of anything happening out.
Not many fans watched the players on this first unofficial report day, but most were happy to see the real guys back. One was not. John Kirkman is his name, and he showed up complete with picket sign. Sir, what is with the sign?
Well, I'm fed up with this business, that's all. With the players, for one thing, the owners blew it by letting them come.
One guy, hey, that's fine. That's certainly his right to do that, and I think in time we'll win him back, though.
And if not, maybe they can settle for me. Signing autographs like an actual Major League player. In Lakeland, Florida, Mark Wilson, TV2 Eyewitness News. For the first time since the gathering took place in mid-February, there was a look of normalcy. Real players keep coming in, and Sparky Anderson wasn't hounded by media. So normal, Sparky was dreaming of taking home Florida's lottery jackpot of $81 million.
I might go to the Bahamas.
Really? Would you leave it then, Sparky? Would you leave it?
I might, but 81 million, I'd be tempted.
Oh, sure. Things look normal now, but lest we forget,
This was the scene of the crime, the minor league fields where replacement baseball was formed. But now that it's gone, what kind of repercussions might there be to those that played the replacement game from the ones that are now playing over at Marchand Stadium?
I may get in trouble for saying this, but I really don't hold anything against them at all. You know, they made a decision based on, you know, where they were at in their career.
Definitely don't condone what they did. But, you know, in the same context, I'm not going to sit there and ridicule them.
What do you think guys will look at those guys as?
Like scabs.
And a few of those scabs remain in the Tiger minor league camp. They may be in for a tough time down the road.
But that wouldn't be a problem with me, but, you know, with the decisions they made, they have to suffer those consequences, and they know going in, if they played exhibition games, that they would become scabs. So, you know, that's their problem to deal with, not mine.
I know as far as myself, I'm not going to hold any grudges, but I can't speak for anybody else.
Now, should the handful penalize down the road 2 or 3 years from now?
No.
That's nonsense.
In Lakeland, Florida, Mark Wilson, TV2, Eyewitness Morning.
And today it's the same routine. It's that warm-up lap, but no one goes faster than the big man. I put the big quotation marks around. Hey, watch out now. Let's go! Big lap! Big lap all the way around.
Oh, yeah, big laps for the big cat. Big Daddy was on stage today. His return to baseball after 8 months on the negotiating table. Cecil Fielder getting his work in on day 1. Hey, I can see what Cecil's going through. I feel his pain. It's a difficult job being down here, especially first day.
Man, I ain't hit a ball in 8 months.
I have never once, and you can ask him, I have ever once asked him what he weighs, and never once have checked on him. He knows that.
You don't even care, do you?
I don't care. I mean, I don't bother him.
Oh, Cecil did some work. He also did some playing, and he did some signing, and then got serious about baseball's shaky situation. You go back to 8 months, Cecil, and they still want to make sure that these payrolls come down, and they'll say whatever they want now, but they're going to do what they want to do.
Well, this is their businesses. You know, the owners, if that's what they want to do with the industry, they want to break down the industry in that way. I think it's going to be a terrible mistake because of the fact, if you break the game down in that way, you're not going to get top caliber people in our positions.
New guy! Hey, where are the guys that I know? Come on!
How y'all doing?
And so, Big Daddy made his first appearance since August of '94. It was a bittersweet return for Cecil Fielder because one of his good buddies wasn't with him on day 1.
Feeling bad when you start talking about Tram ain't gonna be around. You know, he's not just a teammate. He's a real good friend, and I feel that the organization is gonna do their best to get Tram and Gibby in here. I mean, that's all you can ask.
You certainly couldn't ask more out of Big Daddy. Consensus is he looks pretty good, and no, he wasn't the biggest thing in Florida today. Please, no blimp jokes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
He does his work, and he's produced pretty good over the years, so I don't think I better start bothering him.
He had a lot of those rubber chicken dinners in the last few months.
He looks all right to me, though. I mean, Cess is Cess, and he'll always be doing fine. I'm not worried about him at all.
Hey, we had a little bit of drizzle on this first official day of camp, but that kind of goes along with the game plan because things were a little bit disorganized, and we had bats and helmets and gloves everywhere. Still a lot of new guys trying to figure out what the heck is going on. I think I even heard Dick Trasuski say that may have to have a meeting about these catchers, right?
Well, the catchers are always a problem because we need 2 in the bullpen. We have one.
See what I'm saying?
One catching batting practice.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Trixie. But Cecil, holding court about baseball's festering labor strife was the hot topic.
I don't know how serious both sides are going to be about working something out during the season, but I hope this thing can get done as soon as possible.
So that Cecil Fielder negotiator can go back to being just Big Daddy. In Lakeland, Mark Wilson, TV2, Prime Sports.